Hello and welcome to my weekly video blog, and today on A Vogel Talks Menopause I'm going to be talking about can hands and feet swell in the menopause. If you like my tips and advice, then please subscribe and remember to hit the bell icon so you can be notified of all my new videos. Unfortunately, this is quite a common one. A lot of women at some point in the perimenopause and the menopause may find that their hands and feet or legs get swollen on a regular basis. So today I'm just going to look at what can cause this and also what you can do to help yourself. The main causes here can be just pure and simple fluid retention that's being caused by the changing hormones. If you think about it, a lot of women would get slight swollen feet or hands on the run up to their normal periods. And very often this is caused by your estrogen levels dropping. So when you are going towards the menopause, then your estrogen is continually dropping, and this is going to keep triggering fluid retention. It could be dehydration. This is such a common one. And I know it sounds a bit strange. How can dehydration cause fluid retention and swelling? It's purely because if your body gets so dehydrated, it will hang on to as much fluid as it can wherever it can, because you cannot survive without water. And the main places for this to happen are the hands, the feet, the ankles, the legs, and for a lot of women too, the breasts can be affected as well. So that's just another side to this. It could be high blood pressure. Very often that can cause especially swollen feet and ankles. It could be general weight gain, and weight gain again can cause fluid retention. It could be too much salt in the diet. Have you changed your diet recently? Are you maybe using a bit more salt in your cooking and things like that? It can be thyroid problems, and we do know that the changing hormones can affect thyroid function, either creating overactivity or underactivity. It can be poor circulation, can cause that, especially in the ankles and the feet and the legs. And it could also be a symptom of diabetes. The main things you can do in this situation, if it's for your feet, your ankles and your legs, then a really good thing to do is keep those elevated when you're sitting. So especially if you're sitting down at night, if you're watching a little bit of TV or you're reading, is to put your feet up on a stool, maybe with a cushion, just to keep your legs up that little bit. If you do a lot of sitting at work, if you're at a desk, maybe have one of those footstools that you can put under your desk that will raise your feet and your legs up that little bit more. If it's your hands or your fingers, you may find that just opening and closing them, getting the circulation going here. You can get these kind of hand exercise balls, or even just a little rubber ball that you can hold in the hand, and you can keep squeezing that maybe for a few minutes every hour, just to keep everything going. Some people find too, although it takes a little bit of time, is that the hot and cold treatment. So you would have a bowl of hot water, a bowl of cold water. So you would put your feet or your hands in the hot water maybe for 30 seconds, and then put them into the cold water and keep doing that for a few minutes. That is really good for getting the circulation going as well. It can be, remember to increase your water. Really important here. Get loads of water on a regular basis, or on a daily basis. And that water would be over and above your other drinks too. So things like tea and coffee really don't count in this situation. You can look at our Vena gel. This is a gel that's made with the herb horse chestnut, and horse chestnut is known to work on swollen ankles, swollen feet, and you can also apply it to the hands as well. If you're getting a lot of water retention and a lot of swelling, you could look at the herb dandelion. This is known as a gentle diuretic, but again, you need to remember to drink plenty of water if you're taking it. Look at your foods. Are you eating enough water-based foods? So these are foods that have a large proportion of water in them, because these will contribute to your daily water uptake. So it would be things like melons, cucumber, pineapple, bell peppers, and a lot of your salad vegetables, and your dark green leafy veg, if you're taking them raw, can contain a lot of water as well. So these can all help to keep your water balance much more healthy. Remember to exercise here. If you're exercising, that's increasing your heart rate, that's increasing your circulation. And again, for a lot of people, it's just sitting so long every single day that's causing that your circulation and the water to basically just pool in your feet and your ankles. So if you're sitting at your desk on a regular basis, it's really important to get up at least once an hour. Just have a little walk around the room, around your office, whatever you can do just to get your circulation going again. Swimming can be really helpful for this too. It gets everything going, so that's a really good one. Reduce your salt, or look at your diet to see whether there may be areas where you're consuming too much salt on a regular basis. The one thing with swelling is, when do you go and see the doctor? When is it something that really needs to be checked out? So this would be if your hands, your feet, your ankles, your legs are swelling continuously, if they're not going down. So if you're getting this day after day, if you've tried all the things that I've mentioned and nothing seems to shift it, again, really important to go and see your doctor. Remember, high blood pressure, which is so common in the menopause, and it's a silent symptom. There are very few symptoms of high blood pressure, and an awful lot of women end up with high blood pressure in the menopause just because of all the hormonal changes that are going on. And hormonal changes can also predispose you more to diabetes. And again, this is something that really gets checked out. So if you're worried at all about this, please just double check with your doctor, and hopefully they can give you a good health check and get treatment if it's actually needed. So I hope you found this one helpful. If any of you had any other tips about how you manage to help with your swelling in your hands and your feet and your ankles and your legs, please share them with us. We would love to hear all about them. And until then, I will see you next week for another edition of A. Vogel Talks Menopause.